you today?
Good, thank you.
Good. I'm Lydia. I'm going to be your student physical therapist assistant. Is it okay if we work together today?
Yes.
Okay. I see in your charts that you had a total hip arthroplasty. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to go over the universal precautions with you. So the first one is you want to avoid hip flexion greater than 90 degrees. So if you had a 90-degree angle and you were leaning forward, you would be breaking that 90 degrees. Or another example is bringing your knees up past your thigh or groin pain. So if you dropped something on the floor and you went down to pick it up, you think that's a good idea?
No, because I'd probably be breaking that.
You wouldn't be breaking. That's good, you understand. So can you just repeat that rule to me again?
Okay, so no bringing my knees up higher past my hip or no bending over.
Perfect. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the second rule, which would be avoiding hip adduction, which just means that you do not want to cross your legs. So when you're sitting down, you don't want to cross them over like this, or when you're standing, or especially when you're in bed. So when you're laying down in bed, you do not want to do this.
Okay.
So a way to avoid that, because you can't really control your body when you're sleeping, is using some wedge or pillows to make sure your legs don't cross. So when you're sitting, how should you sit with your legs?
Just with my feet flat and my legs apart.
Perfect.
No crossing.
No crossing. So what was that first rule we went over?
To not bend over past bending forward and to not bring my knees up and to break that 90 degree.
Perfect. And the second rule we just went over?
To not cross my legs. So not in bed or not sitting on the couch.
Perfect. So the last rule is avoiding hip internal rotation, which just means that if these were your toes, you do not want them to go inwards, which is called pigeon toe. So especially when you're turning, when you're walking, a lot of times we tend to cross our feet or go pigeon toe. So you want to make wide turns and you want to pivot slowly. So you don't want to be like this or like that. So could you repeat that to me?
Okay, so no pointing my feet inward. So even like as I'm walking, I'm gonna have to pay attention to keep them apart, or if I'm sitting or lying down to keep them straight.
Perfect. So what was that first rule again?
That first rule is no bending forward and no bringing my knees upwards to where I'm breaking that 90 degrees.
And the second one?
To not cross my legs while I'm sitting or laying.
Or in bed.
Or in bed. So not crossing my legs or my ankles.
Perfect. And the last rule we just went over.
So no putting my feet inwards.
Yes.
So either if I'm sitting or if I'm in bed.
Perfect. So when you're at home and you're assessing your home, you kind of want to measure your height of your chairs, wherever you're sitting, especially your toilets, because they sit lower. So if they are a low surface, you don't want to be sitting down, or you would be breaking that 90-degree rule. So what could help with toilets is a toilet commode. It raises them up to behind your knees, is a very good way to measure the height of your chairs when you're backing up to them.
Okay.
If your couches are very cushiony, then it's probably not a good idea to sit down on them. To help, you could put a board under your cushions on your couch to kind of not make them so squishy. Okay, have a good day.
All right, thank you.
I think that's it. Maybe we did it.